and welcome back to A Wee Touch of Madness, the podcast hosted by Madness Records and presented by me, Loz. Now, today I've got one part of Radiummoon with me, Brandon. How you doing, mate?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
Living the dream, absolutely loving life.
Same
So,
here.
can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into music?
Oh man. Myself personally, I was when I was a kid, I was always into that like top 40 crap on the radio, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, stuff like that.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then one day, my neighbor, who was quite a few years older than me, gave me a Pennywise cassette. And that was it for me. I was in love with rock.
Oh, damn right. So, can you tell us a little bit about the music that you do for people out there who may not be aware of what you do?
So Radium Moon, we're a three-piece alt rock band. We make some pretty grungy music. I guess you can say it's along the lines of pretty much everything that came out in the 90s, but with a modern rock twist.
See, now I did take a listen to some of the songs that you guys have done, and I have enjoyed it quite so far. It's pretty good. And for
Thank
all
you.
of you at home, if you haven't had a chance to listen to it, I'll have the links to their Spotify down in the description so you can check it out. And obviously, at the start, I said I've got one part of Radiummoon. In a couple of weeks, I'll have all of them together so we can get it all there for you, so you can actually see everybody and get to know them all together. That's a promise. They were just very busy today. That's
That's
all
it.
right.
Our drummer's out of town for like a month, so
Wow. Okay, then it won't be in a couple of weeks then, everybody. I'm sorry about that. It will probably be then not at this rate, it'll probably be the third season. So what are the influences that actually got you into music? I mean, you mentioned that you listened to a couple, but was there any personal influences like seeing people performing live that got you into it?
for myself, I mean, I'm not going to speak for the other band members. Like you said, we're going to interview them shortly. For myself, I think it comes down to a teacher I had in high school. I mean, I was always into music. I liked listening to music. I was trying to learn guitar. Um, I mean, it was never a dream of mine early on to be in a band and play music until I went to high school. And I never really fit in with the other classes. I mean, I don't know how it is there in the UK, but in here in Canada, we have like mandatory courses where you have the choice of either art, drama, which would be like theater.
Is that like in the final years, like the last 2 years of like in some parts of England they called it high school, but where I'm from we called it secondary school. So in the last 2 years, for like the main qualifications we get at the end, the GCSEs or whatever, we had a choice between like history, art, music, and all that.
Yeah, so for us, it was all throughout high school, which I don't know how it works in the UK, but our high school here is grades 7 through 12.
Yeah, I've no idea about the grade system to be honest.
So yeah, I never really fit into those categories. And this teacher I had was like, "Well, look, I know you're bored and you're not excelling in any of these other programs, so I'm just going to take you aside." And he was a guitar player. He's like, "I'm just going to take you aside while all the other students are doing that, and we're going to sit down and play guitar." So he was actually a huge inspiration for me. He led me on to all these great classic rock bands like AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, all the greats.
Yeah.
And just kind of went from there. Before that, I was always just a music listener.
Yeah, that is surprisingly a very heartwarming answer.
It is.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. So, with all the music that you do, then, if you could do a collaboration with anyone, who would it like? Who would it be?
Can I like dig into the past here
You
too?
dig it
Or,
in past, present, future.
I mean, for anyone that knows me, they know my answer is going to be Nirvana.
Yeah. Well,
But you know what? If I were able to get up on stage with any particular member of Nirvana, it would have to be Chris Novoselic.
I like that. I like that one. Yeah, because most people would just go for like Dave Grohl or what's this other one? The lead singer. I can't remember
Kurt
what his name.
Cobain, yeah.
Yeah, Kurt Cobain. That was the one.
You know,
Yeah.
10 years ago, I would have said Dave Grohl, but not anymore. He's just, he's all over the place now. I'm not a huge fan of the newer Foo Fighters stuff. And I don't know, if I were going to be on stage with any of them, yeah, definitely Chris Novoselic. That dude can play the bass, man. So dirty.
Well, that was certainly a surprise. We don't normally get into the controversial topics of the interview until near the end, so it was quite. That was a surprise. We get the controversial early. Get it early and out the way. Sorted.
Not controversial. I mean, it's probably the
Personal
least
taste.
chosen answer, but yeah.
Personal taste. We'll go for that. So, can you explain to me what the creative process is that you have, from the idea to the conception to actually getting the music and done and out there?
Well, this project started as a solo project, actually. Our entire first EP, all of those songs I wrote myself to be played on acoustic guitar, which you would not know that hearing the EP because it evolved so much from its concept to its final product. So yeah, the whole first EP was basically just stuff that came to me, stuff that I put together, and then I started jamming with a drummer, and those songs just evolved from their acoustic state, right?
Right.
From there, we were like, let's make this a band. Like, screw the solo project. Let's start a little band.
Why not?
And now, this is many years later. Well, not that many, only 3, but now I would say the creative process is entirely different. It used to be all me. I would write all the music, all the lyrics, and now it's entirely a collaboration. We sit down in the studio and things just come out and we put them together. We work together. Our other singer, Sandrine, is starting to join in on the lyric writing process as well. She's taken more of a step forward into the lead vocals of the band, even though we do share most of our vocals. Some songs I'm the lead singer, some songs she's the lead singer. A lot of the newer work is very collaborative where we have a back and forth.
So sounds like a collective in a way, like everybody is, on an equal footing with how the music is made and how it proceeds.
For sure.
Yeah.
Everything that we're doing moving forward, I mean, we're writing a lot right now and it's very collaborative.
It's not often I hear that. So
no, and it is quite the experiment.
Yeah.
When, I mean, especially for a 3-piece, right? When there's a guitarist, a bass player, and a drummer. Everyone's got their ideas, but the drummer will come in and be like, oh, why don't you do this? Some people might be like, well, what do you know? You're the drummer, right?
Yeah.
Whereas we like to keep an open mind. We're like, you know what? That might be a good idea. Let's try that.
Yeah. And for everybody at home, if you've seen the previous episode, the second episode that I'd done with Keith Barnes, the session drummer, you kind of know what most drummers are like. I've met a few drummers and he's just kind of quintessential, rowdy, ego. Let me do this. Let me do that.
Our drummer's not like that at all. Raphael
I can't wait to meet him.
Very humble man.
Oh, I can't wait to meet him. It'll be nice to meet a drummer not like that.
Yeah.
So, you said earlier that it was your teacher that kind of really got you into music and, to perform and to actually do something with it. So my question is, like, with what you know now, what is the one thing you could have taken back and said to your younger self to make things different?
You know what? I would probably tell myself to practice more.
That's a common answer. I get that one a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I learned guitar in all the wrong ways. I taught myself. So, all those common mistakes that many guitar players come across when being self-taught, like I've fallen for all of those mistakes and they followed me throughout the years. So it's been an unlearning process for me a lot of times.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I could tell myself anything, it would be to focus more, listen to what other people are telling you and trying to teach you rather than just going your own way.
I think that's kind of the general concept everybody kind of wishes they could take back to their younger self. Oh God, I wish I listened. I wish I'd done this. So where can the people watching this or listening to this like connect with you online?
I mean, we're on all social media platforms. If you'd really like to connect with us on a personal level, hit up our website and subscribe to our newsletter. You can go to www.radiummoon.com. You can send us messages from there. We'll gladly respond. We love to chat with fans.
Now, if you missed the website getting called out there, I will have that down in the description as well, plus all the links to their social down there, so you can check them out. Like, give these guys a follow, listen to their music, and like Brandon just said there, give them a message. It's fine. It's fine. They'll talk to you. So, what is the message that you like to give or that you try to portray to your music that you want to say to your fans?
I mean, I don't think there's any particular message behind our music, but us as people, I guess our message would just be to be yourselves, have fun, enjoy life,
Yeah.
do what you want and have fun doing it.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Now, for everybody who watches my episodes every week, you kind of can guess what is going to happen now. So right now, we are getting down to the controversial, the nitty-gritty, the underbelly of my questions. Right? These questions are just gonna go blow your mind.
Maybe I should have read the question list before coming in.
Maybe you should have read the question list before coming in. So, my first proper, super serious question for you, if you are ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. If you were a fruit, what fruit would you be?
Oh, man. That is a tough question. You know what? I think I would be a tomato.
A tomato? Or a tomato, as we say over here.
A tomato. I think I would be a tomato because...
Are you taking the mick out of my accent?
I mean, which one of us has the accent?
It's definitely me. I'm English, but I live in Scotland. I definitely have the accent.
I mean, it goes both ways. You can say that I have the accent. Yeah, you know what? I would be a tomato because tomatoes are questionable. Are they a fruit? Are they not a fruit? Who knows?
Technically, they're a fruit.
Yeah, technically they're a fruit.
Because
You're right.
Yeah. So if you can put tomato in a fruit salad and it'll still be a fruit salad.
I don't have a reason for that answer. It was just the first thing that came to my mind.
Fair enough. Honesty is key. I like that. I like that one a lot. So, what is the most trouble that you have been in? Now, please remember, nothing illegal. Keep it PG.
Nothing illegal?
Yeah, because I don't really want to incriminate people. Just in case.
Man, I was a troublemaker as a kid, that's for sure.
It seems to be a common theme with all the musicians and artists that I talk to.
Yeah, I don't know. Most definitely, the most trouble I've been in has been illegal activities. You know
Okay.
what? Okay, not illegal. Probably the worst thing that's happened to me. Well, not happened to me, but I was kicked out and expelled from high school for fighting.
I don't believe it.
I yeah, but you know what? I was not at fault. I was the one being bullied, and I
There we
stood up
go.
to
There we
myself.
go.
I
Yeah,
stood
there
up
we
to
go.
myself, and that's the one time that the teacher saw it, and to them, they just saw a fight. So, I mean, it didn't help that I won the fight.
There's a lesson for all of you out there. Don't stand up for yourself. I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm joking. Obviously, you
No,
should.
no, definitely stand up for yourself. Just make sure there's no teachers watching.
Okay, fair enough. I'll take that. So, how? What are your thoughts on the music industry today?
Um, I mean, there you go. There's a controversial question.
Mm. That's why I do the joke
Um,
questions at the start, is to try and warm you up. So that way you feel as if I'm going to keep doing that, and then bang, like a slap across the face, here it comes.
yeah, as as an independent band, I'd like to think that we're not really a part of the music industry and
If
that
you
we're
make
doing our
music
own
and you sell
thing.
it, you're a part of the industry.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we're not. Well, I mean, hell, we're not famous. That's for sure. But yeah, no, the music industry in general, I think, could benefit from a lot of changes. I mean, artists are being ripped off
Mm,
all the time, every day. Um, and like the music industry, I would say, is not even the music industry. It's just commercial, like, make us
crap.
money, right? Make us money. That's all we care
Commercial
about.
crap. That's what I would say.
Commercial crap.
Yeah. So, if there was something about the music industry that you had the power to change and you could do it, what would that be?
Um, you know what? I think it's not so much the industry, but I think so much like the artists in the industry. Like we'd mentioned like Foo Fighters earlier, where I'm maybe not the biggest fan of them right now, but they're at the top of their game. They have billions and billions of fans, and I think more artists in their position should be should be more vocal about artists in my position. They should be representing some of these smaller bands, trying to get them out there, trying to get them on the radio, giving that little hand to the all the struggling artists out there who are making great music. There are thousands and thousands of underground alternative rock bands who deserve way more than they're getting.
Yeah, exactly. I completely agree with you on that. And one of the main reasons why I started this podcast was to try and provide a platform for all of this undiscovered talent that out there, because there are, like you said, there are thousands of artists and musicians out there who do make great music but have no way to, you know, take pride and talk about what they've done to someone who actually genuinely wants to know. So
That's it. And we try so hard. And I mean, like, what is there to do now? Get on Facebook and be like, listen to us, please.
yeah, but you know that only 95% of the information that we consume as human beings is visual.
That's true.
That's an interesting fact that I learned.
It's very true.
Yeah. So then coming on from that, how do you feel that the internet has impacted the industry?
Um, that's hard to say. I mean, there's ups and there's downs.
Mm,
I mean, you're given this opportunity to showcase your music to the world, right?
mm-hmm.
I mean, 30, 40 years ago, like that just couldn't happen. Like I can put my music online now and or just this situation right now. I'm talking to you, you're from the UK and we're sitting here talking over the internet.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a benefit in that sense. But I think it's heavily damaged like the economic factor of being a musician.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure as most of my viewers will know what my opinion on that one is. I do feel as if the internet has been a massive benefit in the way it's given people more of the option to put their music out there that they wouldn't have had otherwise. But the flip side to that, the the other edge on the double-edged sword, if you will, is that now it's been so saturated with
That's
everyone's
it. It's
music. It's
oversaturated. You find yourself in just a sea of musicians. So it's like, who do you listen to? You know,
yeah,
you can't hear them all, no
you've
matter
got
how much you want to.
all this music out there. Like all of it's most of it's great. Some of it is just like, oof, hello, what's that? But then it's hard to try and break through that factor to try and reach audiences because you're
That's
just
it.
constantly competing with obviously other musicians in the same position as yourself and bedroom musicians who think that they've made a good song when they've been high one night. So
And I mean, hey, maybe they have.
maybe they have, maybe they haven't, but it's hard to tell with everything out there.
That's it. I'm not saying that bedroom artists don't deserve their shot,
I have
but
heard some great songs from some bedroom musicians, though. I will say that.
yeah, for sure. But it
Not
definitely
actually
doesn't
in
take
their
away
bedroom.
from
That
the
would be creepy.
band's. Yeah. No, but the amount of as we'll call it bedroom artists that are out there, yeah, they are taking away from some of the bands that are actually out there doing the work, playing shows, touring.
Yeah. Right. We are now coming up to the end of our time, so I only have a couple more questions for you. So, my first question is: do you sing in the shower? And if you do, what do you sing?
Oh man. Uh Shit. I can't even remember the last time I took an actual shower. Um
Well, I
well,
saw a
that
big
came
ass lake out behind you, so I'm not surprised you just take a dip in there.
I'm actually up at my cottage right now enjoying Friday night. No, I have two kids. I have a 3-year-old and a 9-year-old um, who require baths every night.
Yeah,
And the 3-year-old, I obviously can't leave her in the bath alone.
fair
So I
enough.
guess if I'm gonna sing in the bath, yeah, it's probably a bunch of kids songs like Baby Shark or
Oh God, please don't start singing that or
oh,
Elmo
I won't.
songs. I am sick to death of hearing Elmo songs because I've got a kid as well, so I'm sick to death of hearing Elmo songs.
I
I
mean, I
caught.
sing other stuff too. Like I try and sing her some Dio every now and then, you know. Ride the tiger.
Oh well, I already know the answer to this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Have you had fun doing this?
Of course. I always
Yeah.
have fun talking to new people.
Oh, stop it! If I had a shave, you'd see me blush. Well, would you like to come on again? I would definitely know the answer to this question.
Hell no. Yes. Of course. I would love to come back, and I would love to have Sandrine and Raph by my side so that they can tell their side of the story.
And enjoy my greatness.
Exactly.
Well, there we go, everybody. Well, that was Brandon from Radium. Like I said, I will have all their socials, a website, and the link to their Spotify down in the description so you can check them out. And I highly urge you to check them out. They are absolutely brilliant. And I will have all of them back on the show as soon as I can. as soon as everyone's not so busy, I'll have them all back on so we can actually meet the rest of the band. And rumor has it that you have actually got a latest single out. Can you tell us anything about it?
We do. We released a song recently, a single called Pushing Daisies. And we are actually recording a music video for that as we speak.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Now,
Very
by the
exciting
time this
stuff.
episode goes out, that music video will probably be out, and if it is, we will have a little snippet of that video at the end of this show, so you can catch a little snippet of it. And if you like it, will be the link to the music video, so you can go watch it in full, in its full glory, right there. Because that's how good I am to you people.
That's it. We have a lyric video out for it right now that you can check out on YouTube. The song again is "Pushing Daisies." But yeah, official video coming soon.
Because I did check that song out, and it was really enjoyable. I did like it. So
It's
I
one of
do
the definitely
highly
one of my
urge.
favorite songs to play on stage. Very
Oh,
energetic.
oh hell yeah! So then, with you playing on stage and all that, what has been your favorite song to perform?
My favorite song of ours to perform would probably be a song called "Dear Me," that none of you have ever heard before, unless you've seen us play live.
Well, I haven't seen you play live yet because, like we said, I'm in the UK, you're in Canada, and I would like to come see you play live though one day.
Maybe we'll come to you one day.
Maybe that could be a possibility. If you want Radium Moon over here in the UK, let us know down in the comments.
Oh, we're coming whether you want us to or not.
Oh, you're coming. Okay, okay, you're coming. Fair enough. Okay, we'll take it. So that is all the time that we have got for at the end of the day. And as Brandon has said, he would love to come on the show again with the rest of the group. So if you've got any questions that you would like to ask, put them down in the comments section below, and we will ask them next time they're on. Now, remember, it is the same rules that applies for every single guest that I have on. The most ridiculous, the most messed up, the most fucked up question you can think of, put it down in the comments. We'll read them out. I'll say the questions to them. Let's try and throw these girlies off their game. Get them out of their comfort zone a little bit. In the meantime, you can check us out on YouTube on the Madness Records YouTube channel, or you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at AWeeTouchOfMadness, where you can get in contact. And if you want to come on the show, just send a little message and we'll get to you, and we get you booked on. In the meantime, stay safe, and I will catch you next week, Wednesday at 9 a.m. See you all later. That's all the time we've got for. So I hope you've enjoyed the show, and stay safe. And make sure, if you want to be on the show, that you go to Facebook and type in "A Wee Touch of Madness." Send me a message, and I'll try and get you booked in for a slot. I'm always happy to talk to people. So stay safe.